Hello again, everybody. No, don't change that channel. This really is the Simon Says podcast, although a little bit of a different look and a different feel, which is going to become very obvious to you why in just a second. But something happened 21 years ago that still resonates with me today, and it's something that I think we need to talk about. 21 years ago, my grandpa Simons, then a very youthful 88 years old, decided it would be a good idea to lift some boxes up some stairs into an attic. Now you have to understand, my grandpa at the time was very youthful for 88. He was relatively fit for someone his age, mind still sharp as a tack. But because you lack stability at that older age, and he was trying to lift a box up these little stairs, he fell. Unfortunately, broke a hip, developed blood clots, and within 2 weeks, he had passed away. My friends, the leading cause of death for Americans 65 and older is related to falls. And it's something that I think we need to address. And at the end, I'm going to talk about how this fits into holistic planning for all parts of us, from financial to fitness to our mind, even to the spiritual side of things. And I'm thankful to the good folks here at the Fitness Edge in Creve Coeur, Missouri, who have allowed us to come in. In fact, I've been a member here for 15 years, so I'm a little bit biased. Let's go meet the owner of Fitness Edge right now. Mike Jaudes, owner, founder of the Fitness Edge. Mike, thanks for letting us come in and invade your place. Appreciate it very much.
Glad to have you here.
You've owned this for now how long?
I just passed my 41st year.
You start when you were 6 or something, or what?
5.
5. Seriously, 41 years?
41 years in business.
Wow,
yes.
That's amazing. So you have seen, obviously, you've seen so much in the industry, first of all, and how that's progressed.
Yes.
But also, I'm sure you've seen some of the same clients decades ago stay here, work out in your facility, and you've seen them age and know what's really important. And the whole reason we're doing this, obviously, as I talked about earlier, is stability as we get older. And believe it or not, we're about close to the same age. We crossed paths at Mizzou in the early to mid 80s.
Yes.
But Mike, how important is it as we age to think about stability?
Well, I look at it like the trunk of the tree. If the trunk of the tree is strong, the limbs are strong. So we really put a lot of emphasis on core. And core, being a hot word in fitness, is defined between mid-thigh and lower rib cage. So all those auxiliary muscle groups there, and it's everyone's largest body part. So we really have to focus on that. And then proprioception starts from the ground up. So we do a lot of lower extremity training as well for like the calves and ankle stability and all the muscles in your little metatarsal. So all of those things make a world of difference to make sure you don't fall, which is not good.
Right, and you've got wonderful trainers here, and I've had a couple of them over the years, 15 years here, by the way, folks. I'm a little biased, as I said before. I just think this is the premier facility, and he did not ask me to say that. I say that from the bottom of my heart, but I've been working out for a number of years now with BT Hartlow, and he's just terrific. So, Mike, I think I'm going to let you go because I know you're a busy man, and I'm going to go over, and BT is going to show us some stability exercises.
Wonderful.
Appreciate it very much again, Mike.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, BT, buddy. Good to see you, man.
How you doing, brother?
This is my guy. I've been working out with him for a few years now. I'm still trying to get to this shape, but we're working on it.
It's getting there, brother.
I appreciate it. BT, I know that you've been at this for a long time, and you deal with people of all kinds of different ages, including older guys like me, right? Yeah. But I know one of the most important things that we need to be aware of is, as we get older, stability.
Right.
Because we do tend to kind of lose our balance a little bit. So
definitely.
What I want you to do is work with me here on a few stability items that we can show our viewers that are really important to just make it part of your daily routine.
Certainly.
So work us through a couple
certainly.
of them.
As we know, as we get a little bit older, it's a little bit harder to move. We lose our mobility and our strength. So I just wanted to put together a few easy, simple exercises that you can do at home or at a gym that will help you strengthen everything in the body, work on your balance and mobility. So, yeah, one of the main ones that I wanted to go over, because this gets really tougher as we age, is the squat or deadlift motion, which is very functional because it mimics how we get up from a seated to a standing position. So it's good to load that and practice how to use good form with that. So if we want to go to this step right here, now this can be done with the chair, body weight. We can add load to it as we go, but simply put, we just want to get in a comfortable stance, a little bit slightly outside of our hip width apart, and we start from a seated position, and that could look a little different from everybody, but we'll go from here, we'll brace our core, make sure that's solid and tight, and come up and back down controlled in that manner, okay? So
yeah,
I'm gonna
let me try that.
Try
okay,
a few
sure.
first, body weight, Dave. So what you can do is start by having a seat on there first, okay? Then we can kind of tell where we want our feet to get up, to help us get up with the strongest form, okay?
And it's
so
just
let's
a
get
matter of
a little bit of a brace on the core, and we're just gonna come up nice and strong, and then we'll control coming right back down.
Now, is it important to, like when you go back down, try to go slower?
Yes, I think it's very key that we use those muscles a little bit longer and engage those by controlling on the way down, kind of work against gravity a little bit. Otherwise, we could fall over. Those joints won't be able to hold us upright. We won't use the muscles as long, so.
And I like the praying position too.
Praying position is great.
That always helps.
And to progress with that movement, now we add load, and this could be a 5-pounder, a 10-pounder, 15, increase as we go and get stronger with the movement. Keep that high and tight to your chest.
Hold it like, okay.
Hold it like this or sideways, your preference, but right there, and then we just do that same movement now with a little bit of load so we can get stronger with that movement. Now when we take the load away, getting up and down is a lot easier as we're using body weight. So next, second exercise or series of movements I wanted to talk about is to help strengthen our core and have, develop core stability with these. So let's get in the hands and knees position, Dave. These are called the bird dogs. So what we're training here is teaching our core to stay tight, stable, and still as we move our extremities, our arms and our legs away. So what we want to do, Dave, we want to make sure we're in a neutral flat spine position. We want to brace and lock in our core, and then let's go with right arm and left leg extending straight away from each other, right through there. All right, now let's bring that back together to the floor and then alternate from there. Pretend like we have a cup sitting right here and we're trying to keep that very still and not letting it spill. So he's real strong, solid in here, keeping all this rigid, tight as we move the arm and the leg away from each other. So this is gonna help teach the core to stay tight as we move extremities and help with our coordination.
I like the coordination part of that because you really do have to concentrate because it's opposite sides.
So next, after the bird dog, another good one to do would be actually supine position on your back.
Supine.
Supine.
There was a Cardinals pitcher named Jeff Supine back in there. I'm just saying.
That's a big word for me.
So go on my back.
Yeah, on your back, okay? And we're basically gonna do the exact opposite of what we did there from the back position. So hands are gonna be upright, palms facing each other. Knees are gonna be up, bent at a 90-degree angle, about right here. Now, same concept. Let's brace, tighten our core as these opposites extend away from each other. Keeping these perfectly still, bring it back to the top, and then we switch. Coming up and down through there. Good, so you can turn this into reps. Now for both movements, I'd say probably around 2 to 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps each side would be great.
Boy, you can really feel it here.
So you can have somebody challenge you by pressing right here as you extend out to make sure that you're locked in and that you got a hard brace for the core. Beautiful. Good, man. Yeah.
Thank you.
Good. Next exercise I wanted to touch on would be what's called the farmer's carry or a loaded carry. Basically, movement is medicine, right? We need to keep moving in life. If you don't move or if you don't use it, you lose it. So a way to load that walk or carry would be to add a weight to your hand. So let's put this in the right hand. We want to stay nice and tall, have that weight slightly off the leg, brace your core, and then we're going to walk down the line. Now this is what's called a farmer's carry or a loaded carry. Holding your ground, pretending like somebody's trying to knock you off your path. All right, now let's switch hands coming back.
Now this is short just for illustration purposes, but
Correct.
how long would you typically
I would say
tell?
this could be anywhere from 40 to 80 yards.
Okay.
Yep, it could be the length of a driveway, it could be the length of half a football field, really however long you want to test yourself.
And that is, again, just to What, you were trying to move me, so it's really trying to stay strong and
so
stable.
you get core stability involved, you get a little bit of grip strength, all your joints are getting loaded, and you're walking, and somebody's trying to knock you off your path, which is gonna make you have to tighten your core and involve all of those muscle groups that are basically providing support for your spinal column by bracing, and that's what that farmer's carry can really help with.
Wonderful.
So the next exercise I wanted to go over is the glute bridge. Now you can do this with 2 legs or 1 leg, but this exercise is gonna be great at strengthening the core and the posterior side of the legs. So I'm gonna have Dave start with an easier moderation, the double leg glute bridge. So before we go up, we want to brace the core, tighten here, lift our hips up to about parallel in this straight line here, go down, relax for a second. That way you don't have any momentum carrying you into that next rep. Re-brace the core, come up through, and then going down. Pushing up with those glutes and leg muscles, going down, and then relax the core.
Now, if you have any back issues, which I don't
Yes.
have much, but would you still be able to do this, you
You
think?
would still be able to do this. You may change your range of motion just a little bit. If you want to keep it a little bit more on the glutes and less on the lower back muscles, you could come up about 3/4 of the way, go back down. If you have no issues, or if you're wanting to target those lower back muscles a little bit more, you can increase that height. Now, and the ways to progress with the double leg one would be to add load to the low stomach. If you want to hold that on and then go up and down.
Got it.
Question?
And when I lift like this, do you try to hold for like a second
You can
before
hold
you
for
go back
about
to?
1 to 2 seconds,
Okay.
and then going back down, depending on how many reps you're doing, tempos, things like that.
Wonderful.
The next variation would be the single leg version. So let's get 1 leg straight on the ground, good, and then this leg here, and now we're gonna do the same thing, but only 1 leg is gonna be the prime mover. So we're gonna tighten, push up,
Oh, that is harder.
go back down, relax, and then go again. So this
And
is a
now
great
I'm
way.
feeling it really
Focus
there.
on just that
Yes.
one side, yes. Now this is good to do if you're trying to fix any imbalances or strengthen one side versus the other. So it's good to do these unilaterally as well. Also can add load to the front
Yeah, very good.
if needed as well, yeah. Good, and lastly, I really wanted to focus on balance because we know how this is so key as we age. So we have a blue pad here, which is to kind of give us some sort of unstable surface. We can put our foot right in the middle of that, knees slightly bent, and we're just gonna work on holding that position for as long as we can. It can be holding on to something as we do it, or it can be without. So Dave, try that here in the middle.
Now you had without shoes. Would you
Correct.
recommend probably?
I would recommend with shoes starting and then remove the shoes as you get stronger with it. Yep. So we go right there. So yeah, you can see.
Oh yeah,
it's
you can tell the
unstable
unstable.
right out the gate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is something else.
Right.
Now, would you go up and down a little bit, and when you get better at it?
You could, or you could just work on the balance. Yeah, either. Both
Yeah,
are good.
that's really good.
That would just tie in a little bit more of the quad if you did the
Yes,
squat arm.
and strengthening those ankles too.
Totally.
I can tell that's really
It's key.
good too.
Right there, good. Now talking about those ankles and strengthening those, I want to use this wall right here to show you how you can do calf raises, backside and tibialis raises, body weight. So for our calf raises, Dave, you'll be right next to me here. Let's push hands into the wall, slide back as far as you can with those heels, but make sure they're still on the ground. Now to work the calves, you got a stretch position right now. We just want to push up through, flex those calves hard, coming back down. This is one way to give you a little bit of range of motion
the
and
real
strengthen at the
stretch.
calf. Yeah, good stretch at the bottom.
I have to say, BT, because a lot of people who think they know me now finding out for the first time I have a tattoo on my left.
Look at that,
calf.
look at that. I
my
run,
little
baby.
running guy. My
Let's
little
get it.
running guy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm hip.
Right.
I don't have the earring yet, but I'm getting there. Okay, after that, then?
Yes, the exact opposite. The forgotten muscle groups, the tibialis raises.
Forgotten muscle group.
Yes, sir.
Interesting.
Yes, sir. This would be like, if you never trained your tibialis, it'd be like only training triceps and never training biceps. So this is why this is key. So we put our butt against the wall, lock our knees straight, and now we're thinking upright, the exact opposite. Now we're squeezing the front of our legs and then getting a good stretch at the bottom through there.
Got it. Oh yeah, I can already feel after just 4 or 5 of these.
Right.
And you work up to what, 10, 15 of these?
10,
or?
15, 20 reps at the most
Okay.
would be good, yeah.
Okay. So what we just did is kind of a full circuit. So is that, would you just kind of maybe do an order or whatever?
I
you
think
feel?
the general exercises that we did today They could be in that sort of order, but it's more importantly that you just do them. They can be done multiple times a week. They can be in sequence with a separate workout that you're doing with this, but those exercises are just key to get really strong at to help with the mobility, balance, and strengthen all the muscles as we age.
Man, that's awesome. Brother, thank you, man.
Yes, man.
Appreciate it.
Good to have you. Glad to be
good
here.
stuff.
And thank you for coming in. Good to have you guys here.
Thank you, BT.
Yes, sir.
Well, folks, look, obviously this is a financial and investment channel, right? But I always preach holistic planning on the financial side. So it's not just investing, of course, it's estate planning, it's proper tax planning, it's succession planning, it's 529, all that. But I always even go above and beyond that. How are you up here? How are you in your heart? Do you have peace in your life? All right, these things are very, very important. It's so important, obviously, to save and invest for the rest of your life and have a good retirement, all that. But that doesn't mean a hill of beans if all of this is all messed up. So we have to take care of ourselves holistically. And I try to do that with every facet of my life. This is just a very important part. I've been coming to the Fitness Edge, little free plug here, but not that anybody asked me to do it, but I'm happy to give them free publicity. But I've been coming here for over 15 years. And they've just done a wonderful job for me to this part of my life because I need experts. Just like we talk about needing financial advisory experts, I also need experts when it comes to really the proper advice that I need to make sure that I have good stability and just enough strength that as I age and go on later in life, that I can extend my life as long as possible and be as happy as possible. I hope that helps everybody. And by the way, if you have any questions on any of this, and so this is a little out of our realm of what we usually talk about, leave comments in the comment section and I'll get with Mike and I'll get with BT and get the proper answers for you, all right? Thanks for joining us. Please remember to hit subscribe and we'll talk to you again next week.